Okay, today we will discuss about HTML. So actually what is HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. So using HTML, you can implement web documents like web pages, and it is a standardized it is standardized system for tagging text files to achieve font, color, graphics, and links like a hyperlink and anchor tags to implement web pages. Okay, so markup language is a set of markup tags. HTML documents are described by HTML tags. HTML tag describes different document content like HTML tags, span, development, and paragraph. So all these are using all these. So number of elements is there in HTML. So using these elements, we can implement the HTML documents. So here in HTML we have a number of versions. So HTML versions are HTML 1.0 and HTML 2.0 and HTML 3.2 and HTML 4.01 and XHTML and finally HTML5. So the latest version is HTML5. The features of all these versions: the HTML version 1.0 released in 1991. The first version released in 1991. It is supported for inline images and text controls. Only we can put the HTML elements like images and text controls. Like images, use image tag and source. Here image path here in source attribute, and width attribute, height attribute, and close tag. And next, input text control. So text box and placeholder. So the name, the text box close. So the HTML first version supports inline images and text controls. It is very limited in terms of styling and presentation of content. So the HTML 1.0 not supported for tables or forms and to specify fonts and to change page background, like a page background, like background image or background color. background color or background images, and forms. So HTML version not supported for this all these features. So after that, HTML 2.0 version is released in 1995. So it is supported for text boxes and option buttons, and we can change the page background like page background images or background color, and we can use HTML tables in HTML 2.0 version. We can change page background using background property and we can use tables and the text boxes and option buttons like drop down list, select element. So here number of options we can include. Okay, options. And next HTML 3.0. So this version released in 1997. This version supported for creating tables and expanded options for form elements. This version also allowed for web pages to include complex mathematical equations. So we can implement mathematical equations also in HTML 3.0. And next to HTML 4.0, it supports style sheets. So we can write styles in separate external file, and we can include style sheet in HTML document. So we can include .css files in HTML. So using link attribute, using link and href attribute, we can include HTML CSS files in HTML document. So this is the main feature in HTML 4.0. And next, here in HTML link attribute, href attribute, we have to provide CSS file path, style sheet path. Okay, style sheet path. So next HTML5 version. So number of new features available in HTML5. We have number of features. So new doc type and figure element and no more types for scripts and links and local storage and email inputs and header element and footer element and fig caption and content editable and canvas. So like that, number of features available. So I will explain all these features in later class or tomorrow's class. So first of all, if you want to start implement one HTML document, there is you have to follow some rules, some 4 steps to implement HTML document. We can write HTML document using Notepad or any text editor like Adobe Dreamweaver, Microsoft Expression Hub, Coffee Cup HTML editor, or Sublime Text. So you can use any editor to implement HTML documents. So here I am using Notepad to implement HTML documents. So open Notepad in your system and write some elements, write some code. Doc type HTML and HTML element and HTML closing tag. So this is the main HTML element, and next head section. Here head section and body section, 2 sections are available. Body, so body tag and head section in HTML document. So I'm creating one header element like a h1. First heading and creating one paragraph. This is sample paragraph. So the third step is save this file. Save this file with extension .html. Sample is the HTML document name and .html. So this is the third step. Save the HTML file with extension .html. And fourth step, go to your location, and this is the newly created folder, and here sample example HTML file. So run this example. So I have created one heading and one paragraph. So this is the sample HTML document. So see this inspect element, HTML tag and head section, body. In body section, header element and paragraph. So this is the sample example. So these 4 steps are important to create HTML documents. So here doc type HTML, the most important in HTML5, the new feature. Always add this doc type HTML declaration to your HTML documents. The browser knows what type of documents to expect. In old HTML 4.0 versions, merchant should have to specify what type of documents we are executing. So there is a DTD specifies. DTD doc type declaration specifies the rules for the markup languages. In 4.0, merchant should have to write the doc type declaration like doc type HTML and public HTML. So okay, merchant should have to mention doc type declaration like this. Okay, this is the 4.0 version. Merchant should we have to mention this. So this specifies DTD. So stands for doc type declaration. Specifies the rules for the markup language. So the browser knows what type of documents we are executing. So the DTD rules. In HTML5 version, HTML5 version is not a based on DTD. So this is a SGML, standard generalized markup language. So this is not based on DTD and SGML, standard generalized markup language. And in HTML 4.5 version, no need to require to specify total all these things. So just specify doc type HTML only. So doc type declaration, if you add doc type declaration in HTML document, the browser render the current content correctly. So this is the doc type declaration. Here HTML paragraphs to define. So first element is paragraph. This paragraph is used to define block of content in HTML document. Suppose you want to display some block of content, use paragraph with p tag. Okay, p element. The browser automatically adds some space before and after each element. Suppose here sample paragraph. So here two paragraphs is there. If you run this example, so these two paragraphs are displayed in two different lines. The paragraph takes total width of the total document, HTML document. So see here, this paragraph takes one total width of the document, and second paragraph also takes total width of the document. And next, HTML images. Suppose if you want to display images in HTML document, use image tag to display images or to define images. Here source attribute and width attribute and height attribute and alternate text. These are the four important attributes for image element. So must and should we have to specify all these four attributes. Suppose if you want to display one image in HTML document, give the image path here in source attribute, in my system, in pictures. So here I have images. Give image path dot jpg. So specify, so give the folder path and image name and image height and width 200 pixel and height also 200 pixel, and here alternate text. If you don't have image in source, so alternate text will display in image. Okay, run this example. Okay, the image are displayed in our document. So if you path remove this path and run this form, so image name is displayed using alternate text. So if you don't have image in source, the alternate text will display in image area. And next, HTML headings. HTML headings are defined with h1 element and up to h6 tags. HTML headings are h1 element, h2 and h3, h4, h5 and h6. So these are the headings in HTML. H1 is the most important heading and h6 is the least important heading. The text will display in small size and h1 text display in bigger size. So do an example for headings. Doctype HTML, HTML tag, and body. So here h1 tag, first heading, h1 closing tag, and h2 this second heading, h3 third heading, h4 and final fifth heading, h5 closing tag, and finally h6 heading. So save this file with .html extension, headings.html. So this is saved here. Okay, headings.html. So run this example. The headings are displayed like this. So this is h1 heading and this is the h6 heading. Though the text is small and h1 text is big size. Okay, here font size, see here font size 0.67 em. So for h1 tag font size 2 em. So and h2, h3 and h4, and h4 is the normal heading, and h5 and h6. So here 6 different headings are available in HTML document, HTML. And next HTML links. HTML links are used to redirect from one page to another page, or redirect to from our website to another website. So HTML links are defined with the anchor tag, so a tag, starting tag and ending tag. And next, a hyperlink is a text or an image you can click on and jump to another document. So using anchor tag you can jump to another document or another website. So here use href attribute to redirect from one page to another page or another website. Suppose if you want to redirect from our website to another website, or like Google or Yahoo, so anything, so specify here path http www.google.com. So here text, go to Google. So this is the anchor tag text and this is the path we want to redirect. So when you click on this anchor tag, so it will redirect to Google. So we will do an example. Doctype HTML, and body section, body, here one anchor tag href equal to http www.google.com, and close anchor tag. So save this file, links.html. So links.html file is saved here. So run this example. So there is no link are displaying here because no text available to this anchor tag. So give name link text, go to Google. So if you run this, it will display text as link. When you click on this link, it will redirect to Google. And next, here one more attribute is there, target. Target equal to give blank, target blank, and run this example once again. Click on this link, it will open in another tab. So if you give the attribute like a target equal to blank value, so the link will open in another tab, in new tab. So these are the HTML links. And next, HTML elements. HTML elements are written with a starting tag and end tag. So must and should, if you write any HTML element, must and should you have to write the close tag also. Here sample example, one paragraph tag is there. Without any tag you can't do anything. Must and should you have to define end tag also for any element. So like HTML element, come must and should define end tag also for div element. Okay, div or anything. So any element we have to write closing tag also. So without starting tag and end tag we can't do anything. HTML is everything from the starting tag to the end tag. So HTML attributes is there. HTML elements can have attributes. Attributes like ID, width, height, and style, class, href, okay, source. So a number of attributes available. Using attributes we can provide additional information to an HTML elements. Attributes are always specified in the starting tag only. We can't specify attributes in end tag. So suppose one example, div tag is there, div tag, sample content. You want to specify ID identification name for div and styles. You have to give ID and style attributes in starting tag only. You can't give these attributes in any tag. And next, HTML formatting elements. Formatting elements like to display special type of text like bold text or important text, deleted text, marked text, okay, superscript or subscript. For formatting elements, we'll do one example like doc type, HTML, head section, and body. The HTML formats is we can display some text in bold text or italic text, okay, italic text or marked text and deleted text, okay, deleted text and inserted text, small text, inserted text and subscript and next superscripts. Okay, superscripts. So these are all bold, italic and marked types. These are the types available to display any text. Formats.html. So this example HTML formats. So here one paragraph. This is the normal text style, and to display bold text use b tag use b tag to display bold text, and next strong element also to display bold text, and next I tag to display italic text. Okay, I tag to display italic text, and next emphasize text to display emphasize text. Use em element to display emphasize text, and small text to display small text. Use small element, and next you want to display marked text, use mark tag, and next to display deleted text use del element to display deleted text, and next inserted text use ins tag, and next to superscript and subscript use sub element and sup element to display superscript and subscript. So run this example. So this is normal text, normal text style paragraph. So this is bold text style. Okay, this text is displaying bold, and next text also in strong also display bold style, and next italic text. Okay, italic text I, and next emphasize text. So this is the emphasize text. Use em element to display emphasize text, and next marked text use mark element to display marked text. So this element highlight the particular word or particular content. So mark element. So you can use mark element. We can use mark element total element also, total content. Okay, total content are like this. H1 tag. So this is the markup text, and to display deleted text use del element. Okay, del element to display deleted text, and next inserted text to display inserted text use ins element to display inserted text, and next subscripted text use sub tag to display subscripted. Subscript display in okay downside, and superscript display in upside to the particular paragraph. So these are the HTML element formats. And next concept is HTML comments. The comment tag is used to insert comments in the source code, so comments are not displayed in documents. So comments in HTML document is used to insert comments in HTML document. So these comments are not displayed in browser. So these comments are used to explain your code, or if you want to put your code, some block of code, if you don't want to use some block of code in HTML document, so put comments for that block of code. So for comments use starting tag like this, and for end tag use this tag. So starting tag and ending tag for the comments. So do an example. Doc type HTML, and head section, body. So in this body section define paragraph, sample paragraph, and next div element, sample div element. And next insert one text box also, type equal to text and close. So save this file like comments with the name comments.html. So comments, run this example. So this is the HTML document, one paragraph, one div element and text box also. So no need this code. If you don't need this text box, you can put this text box in comment. So this HTML element will not display in the browser. Okay, the text box is in comments. In future, if you want this text box, you can remove simply these comments and you can use this text box. Okay, like this. And if you want to explain your code, like use comment symbol. Okay, below text box for enter first name. So this is the comment for the below text box. So this is called description. Description for your code. So you can explain your code in comments, or you can put your unnecessary code in comments. In future you can use if you want. So this is the uses of comments. And next, HTML tables. HTML tables are defined with the table tag. These tables are divided into rows and columns. So tables are divided into rows and columns. So these tables are used to display data in table format. In real time, you can use these tables to display data in table format. So use table tag and rows and columns. TR is the row. Every tag also rows and starting tag and ending tag must and should. In TR only we can include columns TD and TD. So like this you can add number of columns in one row. This is table tag. This is in table first row TR. In table first row there is 3 columns. So you can add one more TR like row, add columns also. So save this file tables.html. Okay, write HTML tags doc type HTML. HTML head section, and next body, and HTML closing tag. So first row, first column, this is first row, second column, first row, third column, and this is second row, first column, and this is second row, second column, and this is second row, third column. So run this example, it will display in table format. So this is first row, okay, see here, first row tr, and this is second, first row, first column, and second column, third column in first row only. So here this is the second row, first column, second column, and third column. So like this you have to implement tables in HTML documents. Okay, must and should each tag, starting tag and end tag, must and should. So next, HTML list types. HTML list. So here we have two types of list elements is there. One is order list and unordered list. So two type of lists available. First one is order list. Order list typically is a number list of items. Use type attribute can be added to the order list. Use type attribute to display items, list of items in order list. An order list element to define the order list. So use type attribute to display order list, and for type is you can specify numeric or alphanumeric or Roman numbers like 1, type equal to caps A, type equal to small a, type equal to I, Roman numbers, okay, upper Roman and lower Roman. So you can specify these all types to display order list. Okay, to display order list, use this type attribute. So we'll do an example. Doc type HTML, HTML tag, and next head section, head, and body section, body tag, and here I'm creating one order list, like use OL tag to define order list. Okay, OL, okay, OL tag to define order list, and LI tag to define list of items in order list, list items. Okay, item 1, LI closing tag, and LI item 2, LI closing tag, and LI item 3, LI closing tag. So save this file with the dot extension HTML, the name order list dot HTML. So save this, run this example. So this order list is display like this. So default it will take the 1 2 3 so numbers. Okay, I did not specify any type attribute for order list, so default it's taken 1 2 3 numbers. So if you specify type attribute, type equal to caps A, so it will take caps ABCDs, up to A to Z. If you define small a, it will take small a to Z's. Okay, list item styles. I am giving lower Roman value, so it will take Roman numbers from 1 to how many items is there, so it will take that numbers. And if you give here upper Roman, so it will take upper Roman numbers. So this is the order list, and next is unorder list. Unorder list start with the EL tag, and list items. For list items use LI tag. Another EL tag defines an unorder list. The unorder list to define bulleted list. To display bulleted list use unorder list. So we have 4 types of list style types to display bulleted list. Like list style types is disk, circle, and square, and none value. So here use UL tag to define unorder list. In unorder list specify list items, so like this, same LI tag, so save this and run this example. So this unorder list default taken bullets. Okay, you can specify different styles also, like a circle, disc, and square, and none. So these are the 4 values available, 4 styles available to unorder list. So use style attribute and give here list style type colon disk. Okay, if you give here value disk, it will display in disk format. Okay, this is only bulleted list. So disk. So give here circle value, it will display circle style. Okay, see here circle style. If you change to square, it will display in square boxes. Okay, square boxes. If you give here none value, it will not apply any style. Okay, only list items are displayed with no list style type. Okay, you can use any square or disk circle style type to display list of items. For another list, you can use numeric and lower Roman, upper Roman, and alphanumeric values to display another list. And to display another list, use list style type attribute. Okay, style property to define list style types.